Hello and welcome to Motiversity Power. Today, we have an eye-opening topic that challenges the way we think about money, success, and the path to financial freedom. In this interview with the legendary Robert Kiyosaki, we're diving deep into the concepts of the rich versus poor mindset. This conversation will leave you questioning the very foundation of how you approach wealth, investments, and your overall financial future. Before we begin, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with all the latest insights and motivational content. Now, let's jump right into it. The foundation of mindset. The first thing we need to understand is that mindset is everything. It's not the amount of money you have that determines your financial success. It's your mindset that shapes the way you approach money. Robert Kiyosaki has often said that the rich think differently from the poor. It's not just about working hard. It's about working smart and learning how to leverage your time, knowledge, and resources. The poor, according to Kiyosaki, are often stuck in a cycle of working for a paycheck, living paycheck to paycheck, and relying on traditional ways of earning income. The rich, on the other hand, seek to build systems that work for them, generate passive income, and continuously invest in themselves. Kiyosaki explains that the poor tend to have a mindset of scarcity. They believe that money is limited, and they have to work hard to earn it. They often view financial opportunities as a zero-sum game. If someone else is making money, it means there's less for them. On the contrary, the rich embrace abundance. They understand that there are infinite ways to make money, and wealth can be created by taking calculated risks and making intelligent investments. The role of education. Education plays a huge role in determining our mindset, and Kiyosaki emphasizes the difference between traditional education and financial education. Most of us were taught in school to focus on good grades, get a job, and work for a paycheck. But this system doesn't teach us how to manage money, build wealth, or invest wisely. Kiyosaki believes that the lack of financial education is one of the main reasons why so many people struggle with money. The rich, he says, don't just rely on the traditional education system. They invest in themselves by learning about finance, real estate, business, and other wealth-building strategies. In his book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Kiyosaki talks about his two dads: his biological father, who had a traditional education and worked a steady job, and his best friend's father, who was self-taught and an entrepreneur. While his biological father worked hard and lived a modest life, his best friend's father built an empire by seeking out financial education, taking risks, and understanding how to make money work for him. Risk and fear. One of the most significant differences between the rich and the poor is how they view risk. The poor are often paralyzed by fear. They avoid taking risks because they fear losing what little they have. They are so focused on security that they miss out on opportunities that could change their lives. Kiyosaki argues that the rich embrace risk. They understand that taking calculated risks is necessary for growth. It's about learning to manage risk and not letting fear dictate your decisions. The rich don't take reckless risks, but they are willing to step outside their comfort zones and invest in opportunities that can lead to massive financial rewards. In many ways, it's not the amount of money you have that determines your success. It's your willingness to take risks, learn from your mistakes, and keep going. Kiyosaki often says, "Don't be afraid to fail." Failures are lessons in disguise. Passive income versus active income. One of the key principles Kiyosaki advocates is the importance of building passive income streams. This is one of the most powerful distinctions between the rich and poor. The poor rely on active income, the money they earn from trading time for money, such as in a job or through hourly wages. The rich, on the other hand, focus on building systems that generate passive income, money that comes in even when they're not working. Kiyosaki stresses the importance of assets that generate income, such as real estate, stocks, or businesses that run without requiring constant effort. For the poor, the idea of passive income might seem like a fantasy, but for the rich, it's a fundamental part of their wealth-building strategy. Once you understand how to create passive income, you free up your time and energy to focus on more opportunities. The importance of action. No matter how much you know about money or how smart your strategies are, none of it matters if you don't take action. Kiyosaki talks about how the poor often stay stuck because they spend too much time planning and analyzing, but never actually take the necessary steps to move forward. The rich take action. They learn, they experiment, and they don't wait for the perfect moment to start. Success doesn't come from waiting for the stars to align, It comes from taking bold steps and pushing yourself to act, even when you're unsure. Kiyosaki believes that action is the catalyst for change. It's the only way to start building wealth and breaking free from the limitations of a poor mindset. Building wealth and legacy. Finally, Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of building a legacy. The rich think long-term. They don't just work to make money today, they work to create wealth that can last for generations. The poor, however, tend to focus on short-term goals, working to survive in the moment rather than planning for the future. Building wealth isn't just about getting rich, it's about creating something that lasts. Whether it's through investing in real estate, building a business, or developing a financial education, the rich are constantly thinking about how to create lasting wealth and leave a legacy for their children and grandchildren. Conclusion. To sum up, the mindset you choose to adopt will have a profound impact on your financial future. The rich and poor think differently about money, risk, education, and action. If you want to break free from the limitations of a poor mindset, you must be willing to invest in yourself, take risks, embrace failure, and build systems that work for you. Robert Kiyosaki's insights challenge us to question everything we thought we knew about money. The key takeaway here is simple. Change your mindset, and you can change your life. Wealth doesn't come from working hard alone. It comes from working smart, being proactive, and thinking long-term. So, which mindset do you choose? Are you ready to embrace the rich mindset and take control of your financial destiny? The choice is yours. Thanks for tuning into Motiversity Power. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with anyone who could benefit from these insights. Keep pushing forward, and we'll see you in the next video.